today and all these days. Okay, fine. So we learned about an input field. So these are very pretty simple. I'm telling you, it's like no need to show the demo as well. Why? Because it's similar. So far, whatever tags you learned, the same way even this is also the input field, how to refer an input field, how to refer a command button. I showed you yesterday as well. Now input field, I want to give an example for this. It's very important input field because if I show one, you can go for the remaining ones as well. So this is output page. So okay, so what is the output? Output in the sense just it will display some values to you, but it won't take any value from page. Input fields means input field will expect something from the page. Okay, so you can consider a page with containing output tags is like a view page, like how we'll view. So this is an output page. Basically, all the data will be displayed to us. Whereas input fields will provide you an option like when you create a new candidate or new Java application object, you have to use some data, you have to enter, right? So that flexibility will be provided by input fields. Fine, I will show now. If you see here, so this is an input field. Okay, so what I have written, it's very simple, some form, and then there is a section over here, page block section, and inside the section one input field I have written, input field candidate value equal to candidate underscore c dot first name. That means whatever value you are going to enter, that's going to set up with the on the candidate object there is a first name field, so we are going to bind it. So whatever you enter here, it will go and set up to first name. So for the same input field, if you pass some ID in the URL, okay, automatically for this ID corresponding job record, candidate record, whatever name is their first name, that will be displayed over here. That is the difference. So if you pass some ID, according to the ID, data will be displayed. See here the data. Automatically the name came because for this ID record is basically some Jayaprakash name. So automatically the first name came here. Okay, if you remove this ID, this is just like a new page, like blank field. Okay, now let me remove the standard style sheet, header and header. We'll just get some place over there. Okay, now you can add some more fields. Like first name you have added, you will go and add last name. Again, just underscore c dot last name. So the input field advantage is whatever the label and value both will come. Okay, and irrespective of what data type it is, that will be displayed as it is. Say for suppose on any candidate application record, candidate record. So we have a different set of fields, right? Oh, okay, no option. Actually, we can hijack that URL. We can stop overriding this view. So let me change this. Edit and then go to okay and then Okay. Select new candidate. Yes. So if you see here, most of the fields are text box. Now there is two checkbox fields and then there is one pick list field. So now I want to refer this one, currently employed. So mostly currently underscore employed w underscore c would be the value. So now what I will do here, I think for the font issue, and every time it is resetting. So now fine, currently employed. So as long as I use input field, what will happen? Irrespective of whatever data type it is, the same data type will be displayed directly here. Okay. This flexibility coming just because of the input field. So that input field that will display as it is according to the data type, whether it's a checkbox, a pick list or input box. So you can directly refer it by using this one. Other than this, if you are using input text or something, it won't display. See, now I will use input text. What will happen? See, because the text field, right? By default, it is true or false. It's displaying like this. How? Why? Because the input field has a nature such a way like at the schema level, whichever data type, according to the data type, the label and the available options will be displayed. So we can decide like whether we can go for input field or input text. Okay, and the same way, like if you want to display that drop down, you can even easily refer it. So what is it? It's education. So currently employed, education, w underscore c. Save. It's automatically came. Okay. So to display a button, then what we have to do? We need to go with the command button. Okay, and now you can just keep one command button called save here. Then yeah, the button is here. So I will just check it. Okay, and then I'm saving it. I think form action save. Yes, it's right example. So actually when I try to save it, there is some issue basically. Okay, what is an issue? That there is a validation rule on candidate object. What validation rule it is? So when I try to save it, the SSN number should be in some format. So if it is, this is because of the validation rule. We written a validation rule on this SSN field. According to the SSN rule, the error is throwing. So we want to see those type of errors. There is a tag called page messages. You have to refer this tag. Then only you can see the messages. So If the tag is not available, what will happen? You can't see that messages. Okay, so that's the reason I just kept this tag. As long as I keep this tag, and I'm able to see the messages. Okay, so this is one tag. So there are two types of tags are there. One is page messages, another one is just page message. So page messages means like for all the messages, like page message throughout the entire page you want to display the messages, then you can go for page message. So plural. This is messages means plural. Message means a single one. So about page messages, again we are going to cover more in Apex classes. Why? Because like instead of the standard message, you want to display your own custom message as an error message. How to do that? Then even for that also we have an option. Okay, now we'll add that another that field as well. Otherwise we cannot save it. We'll try to add SSN number. Now what is the format? 3 to 4. 3 to 4. No, I'm saving it. Yes, it's got saved. Okay, so instead of that full page, we have written our own page. Like maybe you feel like you don't want to be displayed all the fields first time while entering. You want to customize the fields. So you can create a page like this and you can override it. So we have already discussed how to override everything. So, but this is the first time we are discussing about input fields, how to use an input field. Okay, and the next one. So whenever if you come back like this, your code will be not appear. Don't worry. If you save it again immediately, again your code will be overridden. So just refresh it. Yeah, your code will come. Okay, so same way input text I showed you, like you want to display some just text format, then you can go for input text. For suppose you want to display checkbox separately on your own, yes, you can go with the checkbox. But if you use input field, you don't need to worry. Whatever data type is there, as it is, it will be displayed. Text area, yes, we have discussed all these things. Page message, yes, page messages and page message. Page messages, the plural, I told it, all the messages will be displayed. And page message means single messages. Like you want to display your own message separately, then you can display it. But at that time you have an option called severity. So there are different types of severities like warning, or like you want to display as an error message. So there are different types of error messages are there in Salesforce. So you want to display in that format, you can go with it. So I will show a demo on different types of messages. Page messages. So there are many pages in my system, so I used to forgot what is the page. Yeah, so there are these many types of, there are total 5 different ways are there. Okay, so one is this type of error message you want to display, you can display. Okay, this is warning, and this is just an information, and this is a message. So how we can control it? We can control by setting the severity. Different types of severity levels are there. If you see my code, okay. For now, just see the code here. So severity warning is there. We can get even a component reference also. So fatal is there, and error is there, warning is there. So warning means this one, just like an left box. And this, below that, the blue color is an info. This is an information. This is not any error message. So you just want to give some information message, then you can give this message. Finally, confirm message. Confirm is, for example, sometimes if some process is success or some completed some process, then you want to display a nice message like, hey, your process is completed. Then you can even display this type of messages. So mostly you can see these messages in transaction. So if transaction is failed, then different message. If you are able to transfer the money to somebody, your transaction is successfully completed, some green color, some logos. So we have the same flexibility. Okay, that's why I said you want to display differently, we can set it in class, or you can give in the page level also, you can set the severities here. So there is an attribute for message called severity. You can give what severity it is. Warning, a strength 2 means like what is the width border, one display in one line or like very big width. Okay. Now this tab panel, those and all, not that frequently used tags, frankly to say, because we don't have that much flexibility in using tab generally. So tab means like if you open a component reference, you see, right? So yes, this one. So this is a tab. How it is coming? So component details is one tab, usage is one more tab. So you want to display the same tabs in Visual Force page? Yes, you can go with this. Tab should be enclosed within tab panel. And for the tab panel, we have an option to select which tab should be highlighted. Okay, and you can try it on your own. Just copy and paste the code and see the output. Nothing much to learn in this one. Toolbar. So you want to display a toolbar, then you can go for toolbar option. So all the output I will just show to you how it looks like. Yes. So tab panel, how it looks like, and then why I am not writing each and everything, because I told you, right? So it's nothing much to learn in this. It's very straightforward. So you want to so tab means like this. One, two. This is the tab. Okay. So you want to display content in this one. We have an option over here. In between tab, you can write some content. Okay. And toolbar, there is an issue. Toolbar example. Yes, so this is toolbar. You want to display this type of toolbar like you used to see, right? Some toolbars. Even maybe in Salesforce, we can consider this as it's not a toolbar. Generally, you will see this type of toolbars in the pages. Like in any website, when you are searching, at the top there will be some option over here. You can enter something and you can just search it. Maybe in e-commerce site, and you will go to shopping e-commerce. Then you can see this type of toolbars, and it will ask you to enter some product. As long as you are entering the product, it will be just show some auto suggestions, and otherwise you can do a search. Even you can implement the type of toolbars in Salesforce. Okay. And then toolbar group section header, we have already discussed it. Section header means like how we'll display this header. So this is section header, candidate, new candidate. Panel bar. So panel bar means left hand side. Toolbar means horizontal. Tab means at the top. Panel means we have the setup and then every options the left hand side, right? So this is like a panel. So we'll see the output for the panel as well. panel group, panel grid, panel bar. So you just directly copy paste the code and then see the output. And on top of that, you can go through some attributes in case. Okay, this is panel group. Panel group, if you use, it will come like as a table format. Yes, so this is also a panel. See how if you use panel grid, what will happen? The data will be looks like it's like an HTML table. It will come in an orderly the data. So it will start. It started here until it ends here. So then after this, the second column has started. Second text has started. So we can give like some length for this. How many columns should be displayed in this panel? So we have given the size as 3. So it will be displayed 3. After 3, automatically it will go to the next column. So if you see here, I have written all in one by one, but it will automatically split it into 3 columns just because of this columns attributes. If I make it to 2, then it will be displayed 2 columns. Yes, orderly. Yeah, this is grid, and yeah, this is a panel bar. We can achieve this by using even JavaScript or jQuery, some other tools, but by using simple tags, even we can achieve. Okay, you want to develop a page like this, multiple panel bars. As long as clicking that bar, some data should be displayed. So within in the place of data one, you can even create all your like whatever when you're creating a candidate application, how you created a page. The same way, all these sections we can keep in this one panel, and then next panel. Finally, you can keep a save button. You can save it. Okay, so this is about panel. It's self-explanatory. I'm telling you, it's not so complex tags and not much frequently used tags. Okay, with it we can like basic tags which are required. We have learned it. Now we'll see one demo page how to do that. So with that you will get some idea completely what is the purpose of each and every tag. See, there is an object called Java application here. You might have created some data. I'm sure about it. So one candidate can apply for multiple Java applications. Am I right? So one candidate can apply for a Java application like for IT position. He can apply for some other lead position. So if you want to do that, we created this as a junction. It's serving as a junction object, but not actual junction object. It is having relationship with both position and candidate. Okay. Now this is Java application. Now I have some issue with this particular view. What is the issue? I am able to see the candidate number, but I cannot see his candidate first name and last name, and I cannot see his phone number on the Java application. Right? So if you want to see the candidate information, I need to go to this candidate record, and I can see his numbers over here: phone number, fax number, email ID, everything. Again, I have to come back. No. At the same time, for example, when I am discussing his package details and all, I need to see what is the maximum budget of this position. How to see that? Go to position object, and you have to see minimum pay and maximum here, right? So instead of that, I want to see those fields here itself on the parent object itself, basically on the Java application object. How to do that? Maybe you said like create some formula fields on the Java application and then display it. No, I don't want to create fields, but in the view itself, I just want to view even the candidate related data also without entering into the candidate, without going into the candidate record. So you got the requirement, what I was saying. So this is a standard view. Now in this Java application, you can see all the fields on the Java application object plus 2 references, like whatever these 2 are the fields on Java application. These are the relationship fields. On this relationship reference, there are some other fields because it's a link to candidate. On the candidate object, there are so many fields again. Now in the same view, I want to see candidate object fields also here somewhere, and how to see that. I want to design a page such a way I should see all those things. So through the standard view, it's not possible. You have to create your own page for that. Okay, you have to create your own custom page. In the custom page, you can write the code such a way it will be displayed, even the candidate details also on the top. Okay, so that is our aim. Now we are going to start design that page. Okay, so can anybody tell me for that page what controller I have to use? Raju, this is question for you. So I have decided to design a page, Java application page, and the only changes is I'm going to refer even the candidate objects data also. Okay, so I have decided to start creating a page. Then what controller do I need to use and what object I have to give in the controller?
A controller job application we have to use standard controller.
So why Java application we have to use? Why can't we take candidate?
No, because we are supposed to display all these things into the job application tab and here, and if we can give it to the candidate tab, and it will again redirect to the candidates tab here.
Can you please come again?
Yeah, because standard controller, because we are supposed to display all the things under the job application tab and job application.
Correct. So basically we are displaying Java application objects data. So that's why we have to refer Java application as the standard controller. Correct?
Yes.
Okay, fine. So I just kept some code here. Nothing. So we'll see the UI. So now I'm okay. This will display error, I think, because the ID is not correct. Okay. Got it now. Hmm. So now if we use it, I want to basically our target is to override to design the same view as it is and with some extra changes. Okay. Now I am going to do that. We have an attribute called Apex detail basically. So if you use detail, then what will happen? As it is, it will come. However, whatever is there, the same will come. So we are not going to use that. So what we did here, we just designed the candidate. Yes. So we started with candidate data. Otherwise, see, even you can refer one by one field, Java application number, Java application name, everything you can refer. So if you use the candidate, you want to display candidate reference, what you have to do, output field, you have to refer that. Then how to refer it? So Java application is the current object dot candidate object. Until here it's fine. Now next one. I want to display candidate name as well, or candidate first name. You want to display candidate first name, so that by taking that application, HRs will call to the candidate and then they will call him. So how to refer it? Now can anybody help me? I want to display candidate first name here. So
Yeah,
how to refer it?
yeah,
Yes.
candidate double underscore R and
Dot
the first name
underscore
underscore
C.
double underscore C.
Right. So this is the important step here. So from Java application to refer the candidate, it's just a link. So if you refer this underscore C, it will give an URL. Okay. But on the candidate, if you want to refer fields, you definitely go with the underscore R. Now if I save it, Yes, we got the first name. Okay. Now I will just show you some advanced code over here. So this is one simple thing, so that if you know this, then you can refer all the remaining tags as it is. So observe carefully here. I just kept two buttons, edit and delete, okay, and then I took one section. Inside the section, first I am referring Java application data. So here you need to refer the Java application data, right? So I am referring the Java application data. It's straightforward. Dot name, whatever field, owner ID, candidate, stage, position, status, everything came here. I am saving it. So there is some mismatch. Page block opened here and I have not closed it. Okay. The form must be terminated with matching end tag. Form. Okay, is there fx form? No.
Yeah, in the first
Okay.
line.
Yeah, here it is. Here it is. There should be everything. Keep it in form. If we want to submit something, then if you want to be display the buttons, then it should be in the form. Yeah, here. See now. This is the actual. So we are just trying to display as it is Java application number, owner, and then candidate, stage, IT. So the first section is ready now. The first section. Okay. Even you can add some more fields in case if you want, but I will try to tell the main concept. So now
Here the buttons are not getting displayed.
Information. I have to keep this above, I think. Oh, page block. Page block. Page block buttons. Page block button. What I am missing here? The application. Okay. Okay. We'll see what is the issue. Will come up. I think it should be inside page block section or what? No, it's not. Page block must be the direct parent of page block buttons. Page block button. Okay. Strange man. It should come. It's working code. I don't know somehow. Block section. Fine. I will tell you. I will resolve it. Let it finish the remaining. Actually, there was some section used to see. if I save it, just below this position, one more horizontal row will come. Yeah, see here. In this section, the buttons are appearing. Even here also, the buttons are appearing. Actually, it should appear. So space is occupying, but somehow the buttons are not displaying. Okay, fine. I will tell you. Give me some time. Okay. For now, I'm just removing this. Okay.
Is there any chance that we are supposed to give the ID as well?
What ID for that ID attribute you are telling?
Yes, yes. Yeah, actually, no. Yeah, here we are passing a 3 values, right? Value, action, and ID.
No, ID is not required. You mean this ID? No, I don't think so. No, ID is not required. It is not required. We'll discuss. Okay, so we'll discuss. No problem. I will tell you what is the reason. Even I faced it very initially, but I fixed it. I didn't remember what is it. See, the space is giving, but somehow it is not appeared. Fine. We'll come back on this. Okay. So now, if you see here, so you are using this Java underscore C many times, right? So underscore C, Java application underscore C. For each and every field, if you want to refer, you can refer with the same Java underscore application underscore C. So now instead of this, we can write one, we can define one more variable within the page. Okay, so what is that variable? So there is a tag called apex variable. So now instead of wherever you are using, what is it? The apex variable tells it's like redefining the tags. So this job application underscore C, wherever you are using, I am going to replace with some variable called job. So now if you declare like this, you don't need to refer the full name. You can just give job, because we have given our user friendly name for while developing the page. So it will reduce some number of characters for your page, right? So you are defining a variable. So what is that value? It's a Java application value. This value is defining for one variable. So now wherever you want to refer job underscore application underscore C, you can just use job dot so and so. Okay. Now I'll save it. It won't change anything, as it is. It will come. Okay. This is for Java application section. Now just below this section, you decided to display section for candidate separately, which is not available right now. Okay, you decided to display candidate data also, so you are going to define one more section, candidate information. So here, what you can refer, if you want to display the candidate first name and last name, the first tag we have written, I have asked Raju to tell me how to define candidate first name and last name. So how to do that? Underscore C candidate underscore R dot first underscore name underscore C. Okay, this is first name. The same way you can refer the last name also. Last name. That's it. Like with this reference, all the fields from the parent object, you can refer it here. So you want to display phone number, fax number, again you can refer it. For example, if you see here, yeah. So again, job and application underscore C we have replaced with job, right? So we can even use job directly. We don't need to go with the full text. Okay. Now just see output. Yeah, separate section we have defined it. And you can see first name and last name. Okay. Again, in case you feel like this job dot candidate underscore R is keep on repeating for this section, and you can even redefine one more variable. this job dot candidate underscore r with some variable called candidate or some simple variable, user friendly variable. We can replace it. See here.
Hello, Prakash.
Yes.
We can't minimize the code like by using only one statement at once, like apex output field value equal to all the field names. We can't do that.
No, we cannot do it. See, this output field is for only one field, right? So if you
Okay.
refer multiple fields, like what label will be displayed? You just want only
What
the
I'm saying.
output alone. Then you can write like output text and just only the value like J003 space C002 space phone screen, something like that you can display. But for each and
So this
every
is
tag, you have to write separate. Just tell me.
maximizing the code, right? So we can't minimize. So we don't have option.
No, we can't minimize it. Like each and every tag, we have to write separately.
Okay.
So yes, now what I'm doing here, so this is getting repeated, right? Java application underscore C candidate underscore. So I'm going to redefine again one more variable. How to redefine? So I'm just doing it here. See Java application underscore C dot candidate underscore R. Wherever I want to refer this type of notation, I'm going to replace with candidate. Okay. Now it's very simple. To refer job fields, Java application fields, use job dot so and so. To refer candidate fields, you can directly refer candidate dot. So we are redefining some notations. Okay. But the underlining concept is if you want to refer any relationship field, refer with underscore R. Yes, same as it is output. Okay, and you can even go with the remaining fields as well. So now once I will show the final code. Okay. This is notes and attachments. Okay, fine. So this notes and attachment is not valid. I mean, they have renamed it to some other thing recently. Correct. Fine, let it be. See the final page, final output. So we are displaying Java application details, okay, and then the candidate information separately. In case if they want to see the position information like position amount or all those things, again one more section like how we did for candidate, the same way write for position as well. I don't want to display this related list section, just remove it, ignore this related list section. So make it page very crystal clear. Because maybe some application have reviews, right? So definitely we need technically according to the business, by seeing the reviews, even if they can assess something. Basically the reviews data will be available here at the top. We have to display those fields I have not displayed. Like what are those fields? This rating, image rating, and total rating, round rating. There are different fields. So how these are calculated? By using the reviews option, having master detail by applying some roll-up some reviews. So even refer those fields as well, and make should display the Java application section. Now we are done with the page. Now we can override the view of a Java application page. Okay, on Java application there is a view. You can go and override the view with this page, whatever the current page. So whenever you try to open a new, whenever you try to open the Java application record, it will redirect to our page. So that's it about. So far whatever we used, right? So all those tags we covered it here. output field. So some of them we display it as output text also. Okay, and then label, you want to modify your own, and you want to refer the parent relay with underscore r. So you are telling, right, can I use, can I club it, or like do I have to expand the code? See, for example, here the situation, I don't want to display two separate names, candidate first name and last name, assume that. Here I want to display full name in one line. So if that is the case, we can club it. Generally, this Jaya is first name and Prakash is last name. But here I don't want to see separately. Let it display the combined value in one field. How to display here? So in this case, we can go with the combination. How to go for combination? See here. I have given separate label as name, or like you can change it to full name. And in the output text, this is how to add two values. First name space, last name. Or you want to give some hyphen or something like that, then you can give the hyphen as well. I think we can even give the hyphen or some notation we can do. So now see, it will change to full name. So in these situations, we'll be concatenating one or two fields. Otherwise, we have to write for each and every tag, you have to write on one line. Clear, or any doubt, guys? So with standard controller alone, we can do only pages like with simple, only to display some data. Like we don't have much control in it. If you want to customize more, you can go for some class, controller class. You have to write code in it separately, and then you have to customize it. So that's where the Apex part will come. So we are going to discuss Apex next class. Visualforce is not completed, still it is there, but to explore the remaining tags, you need to know the Apex. Hello? Yeah. Sorry.
Okay.
Yes, okay. Yeah. So if you are clear, then we can proceed with Apex in the next class. In the meantime, you have weekends, so you can practice. I will even share this code snippet as well. So you can just add some more tags here, like candidate information I have added, right? So you can add even position information as well. Try experimenting on that. And the same, in the meantime, even that workbook also should be in a position to finish it.
Okay.
Okay, stop record the session, please.